Wait, or should I bring... Okay. Before we do this. If I bring a Ditto, and the Ditto transforms into Ditto, then it just remains a Ditto, okay? But can I then transform into any other Pokemon on the field? Actually, I want to try that. I actually want to try that. Hold on, I'm bringing a Ditto. Because it either stays a Ditto, or it transforms into a Ditto, and by me attacking someone else with Transform, I can transform into someone. I want to try that. Okay. Now I'm curious. Now you've piqued my curiosity. I saw this funny image where it was the first Ditto raid someone enjoyed for ages, and it would have transformed into a Koraidon. Then try it. Yes. Okay, new code for this raid is 1LJ8X5. Come on in and help me get carried. Or it transforms in what you transformed into. I mean, I guess we're finding out. Because, like, if it's supposed to transform into the host's Pokemon, and the host's Pokemon is a Ditto, then it wouldn't transform. But if I then transform into something else, will it then transform into me? Or will it remain a Ditto? I guess we're finding out. I'm keeping the Ditto. Wait, but what if I were to do this alone and I were to bring a Ditto into a Ditto fight? Would it, like, let me bring the Ditto? Because why not? Exactly, because why not? Ditto versus Ditto. Yeah, but, like, if the only move they have is Transform, then, like, how's that gonna... You know? How's that gonna go? Like Metapod v Metapod. Yeah, no damage. You just probably just, like, end up running out the clock and losing, I guess. Yeah, if anyone else wants to join, you have about a minute left. You can use the code 1LJ8X5 if you want to go for that. Water type Tera Ditto 5-star raid. Okay, time to find out. Ditto versus Ditto. Will it transform after I transform? Or will it remain a Ditto? Ditto v Ditto. Let's do this. Okay. Let's go. Imposter transforms into Ditto. So if I now do this, this is about to be... Oh! It just transformed into another random one. Wait, I cannot transform into... Oh, it failed. Okay. Okay, but, like, what if I now transform into... Oh, that... Wait, let me transform. Let me try to transform one more time. Before you kill this thing. So if it can't transform into me, it will literally transform into any other of the Pokemon that are on the field. Can I get control of my... So, like... If I now... transform, do I transform into... No, I can't. Oh, that's stupid. But they can't transform into a different Pokemon on the field. Why can't I not transform into them to have... Why can't I transform into a different Pokemon on the field? I don't transform into a different Pokemon. Well, that's just mean. Why does Raid Den Ditto get more perks than my Ditto? I've run out of moves. I'm about to use Struggle. I Ditto versus Ditto. Ditto transforms into Ditto. And then I can't use transform on another Pokemon on my team, but they can use transform on another Pokemon on my team, and I then use transform into them, and I can't transform into them, transform into another Pokemon on my team. Does that make sense? It doesn't. It just doesn't. It's fine, at least we found out. I'm a little bit disappointed though. I'm a little bit, because that would have been... Because it's not their team. Yes, but if... Okay, so like... I send out Ditto, there's no herbs. Like, come on. Is it because I was trolling? Like, so I send out Ditto to fight a Ditto. The Ditto first transforms into Ditto, which is my Ditto, okay? I then try to transform into another Pokemon on our team, and it, although it lets me click it, it doesn't transform into that Pokemon. But then the other Ditto uses transform into a different of the Pokemon on the team, and manages to transform into Sylveon. So then I use transform on that Sylveon, which is technically Ditto, and it doesn't transform into Sylveon. So Ditto can copy other Pokemon, but Ditto cannot copy a Ditto copying another Pokemon. I feel like that doesn't make any sense to me. It should just let me transform into a different Pokemon.